When we talk about extremely manufacturing, the deep sea is one of the toughest places to prove your work. At 2,600 meters below surface, every square centimeter faces over 300 kilograms of pressure, enough to crush regular parts instantly. But it's not just the pressure. It's freezing cold, highly corrosive, and completely dark. In that environment, even the smallest defects in a part can turn into a big problem fast. For deep sea equipment to last down there, it can't just rely on seals or coating. The strength has to come from the structure itself, from the inside out. The problem is, traditional die casting struggles in these conditions. It often leaves tiny pores or weak spots in the material, making it hard to achieve the strength and density deep sea use demands. So we asked ourselves, if the equipment is made for the ocean floor, shouldn't the way we make it be just as tough and advanced, not just built better, but built differently from the very beginning? That's how Sunrise-Aqua was born. We introduced our SlurryCast semi-solid die casting technology. It's a cutting-edge process that blends the best of both liquid and solid metals. By controlling the metal temperature to stay in a slurry state, we get smoother mold filling and a much more uniform internal structure. This helps us avoid common issues like shearage, porosity, and cracks that you often see in traditional die castings. The result, internal porosity drops to as low as 0.5%. The parts become denser, stronger, and more airtight, all essential for extreme environments like the deep sea. But we didn't stop there. We also developed our own custom aluminum alloy, Sunrise-Aqua. It's designed specifically for deep sea conditions, offers high strength, great machinability, and much better corrosion resistance. By fine-tuning the silicon content and trace element, we boost resistance to seawater corrosions by around 30% compared to standard aluminum alloy. And for the finishing touch, we applied our Sunrise MarineCoat protective coating. It's twice as thick as traditional coating, up to 120 microns. It's passed 1,000-hour salt spray test and holds up even after months of soaking in seawater. No bubbling, no peeling, no cracking, just solid protections all the way. Here's a story from the deep sea. A marine tech company was developing a sonar system to track fish behavior at a depth of 2,600 meters. Their goal was long-term data connections, but just 3 months into test, things started going wrong. Tiny cracks showed up, seals failed, high-pressure seawater leaks inside, short-circuit the sensors, and shut down the whole system. The engineers tried to fix it by making the walls thicker and tweaking the seal design, but it didn't really work. It just made the device bulky and expensive. That's when they realized the issue wasn't just one part. It was the whole manufacturing approach. So they came to us at Sunrise-Aqua. We stepped in and restored the entire design. First, we swapped in our customer Sunrise aluminum silicon alloy for better strength and corrosion resistance. Then we used our SlurryCast process to get a much denser, stronger metal structure. On top of that, we added our MarineCoat protective layer for deep sea durability, and the results? Pretty amazing. The same device has now been working non-stop at 2,600 meters for 18 months with 0 failures, no leakage, no rust, no faded cracks, nothing. Their project took off, and that unit became the foundation of their entire product line. It was their first big win in long-term deep-sea operations. At Sunrise, we didn't just make a product. We made a promise that even 2,600 meters below the surface, performance doesn't just survive, it thrives, because down there almost isn't good enough. There's no room for error. Every surface, every joint, every tiny detail has to be right. That's what Sunrise-Aqua stands for, turning the harshest environments into proof of our strength and precision.